Hello and welcome to my podcast, Little Girls Aren't Taught This. I am your host, Self-Love Lydia, former self-love coach turned business coach and mentor. This is the podcast where you get clarity on exactly what it takes to create an authentic business that allows you to scale with sustainability. I'll discuss why strategy meets self-love and spirituality has been the foundation of my success and got me to where I am today. After creating 2 successful brands and businesses driven by impact, I generated thousands in income through the power of authenticity, life-changing signature programs, and passion for what I sell. I am on a mission to show you what's possible when you lead with purpose, when you sell with passion and you create a brand that gets you mentioned at the fucking table. My intention is to empower you with raw topics each week on business, self-love, female empowerment, and spirituality so you can create freedom in your life with a business that you absolutely love. So let's dive right into this week's episode. Hello and welcome, second live of the week. This one is going to be all about increasing your prices and charging high ticket for your offers, for your services, for your one-on-one. So I'm really excited about this one because this one is something that I remember when I first... Hello Carla, hello, welcome. So I just want to talk through some of the tips that helped me go from charging £500 per month, so £1,500 in total for my one-on-one services, straight jump to 6k, which was insane, like insane. So I'm going to jump right into it. So who am I for those people watching? I am Lydia. Again, I have notes because there's so much that I want to talk about, and I always say to my coach, I am like a dog in a park. You know when you see a dog and it's playing and it gets distracted? That's me. So I've just come prepared again with notes. So if you see me looking down, it's just some prompts. So I'm Lydia, big business coach and mentor, and I help impact-driven women create stand-out brands and businesses that represent who they are, their values and their goals, so they can show up and sell with confidence, show up authentically, which you know is what I am so passionate about, and create standout offers that they fucking love. I am here to help you create a life of freedom, luxury, growth, success, and space, whatever that looks like for you, my love. So over the past 4 years, I have gone from working with high-risk male offenders in the probation service to creating 2 standout successful brands that allowed me to work with women worldwide, creating impact and change throughout my signature programs and offers. I have sold out a retreat. I have created a 12-week signature program in my bedroom that generated multi-6-figure sales, and I went from charging £500 to £6,000 for my one-on-one coaching in 18 months. So in this mini series of lives, I have broken down the things that helped me develop a brand and a business over the years. So a little bit of an intro to me. So here's what I want to talk about when it comes to charging for your services. And I am going to talk a lot. Hello to everybody joining in, Charlotte, Libby. I am going to be talking about one-on-one offers within this live, but what I want you to know is this applies to a service that you may be offering if you are a service-based business, and it also applies to any offer that you are given really high value in. Okay, so this is around knowing how to charge more for that and feel really aligned with what it is that you're charging. So things that I hear often: charging high ticket sales is hard, it's complicated, it's scary. And let me know if you're watching, if you resonate with any of these. It's scary, I don't want to charge too much, but I also don't want to charge too little. How do I know what's a good price? And one of the things that I see within this space, and I don't really know if this is what people talk about, but I can also see new coaches come into the space and immediately start charging thousands for their services. Now, for me, that feels a little bit disjointed because, you know, one of the big things I believe about getting behind a high ticket offer is fully being embodied and connected to that offer, and also having experience with working with, in whatever field you're working with your clients and working with them at different levels, because you grow so much as a coach in that space. So for me, when I come into the coaching world, I started off by charging £250 a month. There's no way I could have come in and charged thousands of pounds for coaching, because I've evolved so much since then. So these are the things that I struggle with, and I would really love to know if you're watching or you watch this back on the replay. Do you relate with some of those pain points? You know, how do you find charging for your one-on-one services? Is that uncomfortable for you? Do you find it easy to charge high ticket? You know, does it feel scary if you get on a call or you say that number to somebody, or you say that number to even somebody in your close circle, like your friends, your family, your partner? How does that feel for you to say it out loud, what it is that you're charging? Like, let me know in the comments if you're watching it. And definitely let me know on the replay. I know that you guys are watching, so I would love to know. Are you quiet? Okay, so charging high ticket, is it all of those things? Can it be scary? Yes. Can it seem like it's complicated? Yes, but I would say when you're looking at what other people are doing, what other coaches are doing, and I never know what to charge. Yeah, I was just literally about to say that. It can seem complicated because in a sense, we are creating a number. Now, I see a lot of coaches, and I've had this say to me before, break down the price of your one-on-one offering. And I'm like, I literally don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know, because I don't charge per thing that I'm giving out within the coaching. So for me, when I tune into what it is that I charge, obviously it has to make sense in my product suite, but I also just tune into the transformation that I offer the client, the experience that I have, and I play around with numbers until something feels aligned for me, and then I do the work behind that in terms of getting really comfortable with that price that I charge. So that's sometimes why people can feel like it's complicated. You may be able to resonate. It's definitely scary at first when you start saying these prices out loud and you start saying them to people. You know, it's scary because it's a lot of money for people to invest, and that is something that I totally appreciate. So 3 things I have written down, or it might be 4 things. So these are the 4 things that helped me go from £500, so £1,500 for a one-on-one coaching package, straight into charging 6k, and I signed the client and she was full body yes with ease, and it was absolutely mind-blowing. I was so like I still couldn't believe that she signed in. It was so funny, but I did manifest her so hard. So I am obviously known for creating standout brands. Self-love Lydia, being different. I'm different with my offers. I'm usually different with the posts that I put on. I'm just different in the way that I do things because I like to be that way in general as a woman, and having incredible transformations in my work. And this is one of the key things that has allowed me to go from charging what I was charging to charging very high ticket in the space of 6 months. So tip number 1 that will help you increase your rates, a strategy that gets women into your world so they can experience working with you and the transformation. Okay, so let me break that down. Let me tell you how that worked in my world. So what I offered around December time was a 6-week offer with me called Self-Love Kickstarter. I knew that 6k was my price point for one-on-one, but what I was also very aware of is the clients my one-on-one client is very different to the woman that may invest or may have invested in the divine. I knew she was going to be at a different space in her journey. I knew she would want more tailored one-on-one support. So what I began to notice in my product suite was there was no journey to get her into my world. There was no offering to get her into my space. And I wanted to fill that gap. So I done some journaling and I come up with this self-love 6-week Kickstarter. I charged £600 for it, and that is how I managed to get the woman who became my one-on-one high ticket sale. She signed into that. She'd been listening to my podcast for months without me realising it. She'd been watching my content, and she wouldn't have went straight in and paid £6,000 for the one-on-one. She's openly told me that. She would not have went in and paid that price because she hadn't worked closely with me and she didn't know how that was going to be. So when this offer came in and she come into my space and it was for 6 weeks, I spoke about authenticity yesterday. She already felt like she knew me. She already felt like she had a connection with me, which has resulted in her telling me things that she's never told anybody before, opening up in a completely different way. So the transformation has been insane, which is what I spoke about yesterday in the live. So if you didn't catch that, I would recommend watching it. She come into that 6-week one. First session, boom, we had life-changing breakthroughs. She was just all in from that moment for the one-on-one. She was like, I am in. I've experienced working with you. I know what it's like working with you. I am 100% wanting to be in your energy for 6 months. She signed straight in, no questions asked. And that was how I went from charging £600 for that 6-week block straight into a 6k high ticket offer. So when you're looking at your product suite, have a think. Will your one-on-one client be able to come through the journey that you have mapped out? If you have a mastermind, if you have a group program, is your one-on-one client likely to go through that? Can you upsell her? Or will she need something? Can you just create an offer that is fucking fun and feels good? And, you know, maybe it's not high ticket. It was £600 for 6 weeks. I signed 5 women up to that. Originally, I only put out 3 spots. I signed 5 women, £600 for 6 weeks and more. And that got women into my space. It was fun. It was so fun to work with these women. There was no expectations. And that strategy was so important for that high ticket sale. Okay, so don't be afraid to create offers that take potential high ticket clients on a journey. If you have a different journey for her, it's okay for you to create different offers because she's going to be watching what you're doing. It gives them a glimpse of what's possible for them when they enter your world, and that's also very important. Don't underestimate the long game when it comes to high ticket sales. Your clients are listening and watching at any point. So high ticket sales as well. One of the other things, 6 months, it sounds like a short time, right? The reality is, sitting on that price for 6 months, imagine how many people I had to say that price out loud to before one come along. The first one that I signed and said yes. It's a long game when it comes to high ticket. Now, I'm not saying it's always a long game, because it's not when it comes to business. But these women or these people that are going to be paying high ticket for your services, are they the type of people that are just going to jump in straight away? They may be. Or will they need to be connected to you? Will they need to feel like they see something within you? May that take time. So having a strategy around that is crucial for high ticket. Tip number 2, and this is different. Having a high ticket group program or mastermind. Okay, so I just spoke about having an offer and a strategy around high ticket. And I spoke about that low ticket offer that I put out that allowed my one-on-one client to go through a journey of working with me. And bearing in mind, when I was signed here, I was a self-love coach. That was very important for her to feel safe within my space before she come in and she opened up. So for you, your business clients, or whatever, you know, space you're in, it may feel a little bit different, but it's just something to consider. Number 2 is different because it's about having an offer that allows you to upsell clients into your one-on-one spots, but also helps you energetically align with the transformation and service that you will be offering in your one-on-one, okay? So when I decided to move my price up to 6k, the divine was 2,000. Yeah, 2,000. So what happened is, as I was increasing the price of the divine and expanding the divine out, and people were signing into that, what was naturally happening is energetically I was stepping into that new price of the one-on-one coaching, because it was a no-brainer. The level of transformation and value that people were getting in the divine transformation, it was a no-brainer for the one-on-one to be considerably more. So when you have a high ticket group program or a high ticket mastermind, or again, whatever this is relevant, how to make this relevant for you, you're energetically stepping into that high ticket offer every single time you